Crucible Knights, you know them. Essentially the Silver Knights of Elden Ring. These big, daunting orange brutes will shield bash, roll catch, and fly their way straight through your heart. In both ways. Easily one of the more memorable enemies in Elden Ring. You will find these guys scattered all throughout the lands between. From down below in the deep roof depths, all the way to high above, and crumbling for Amazula. Their unique design and color palette will be sure to leave an impression on you. If not that, they probably beat their image straight into your skull. Anyway, so you know how there's like an entire bundle dedicated to the Crucible Knights? Alongside the Godskin set, Clean Rod set, and others, they all come with their very own armor, spells, and weapons, perfect for cosplay. But I wondered, what if I could take it one step further? What if I went through the entire game using only these items as my main gear? This is Can You Beat Elden Ring as a Crucible Knight? The rules are as follows. Crucible Knight equipment only. My equipment is restricted to only Crucible Knight stuff, meaning anything with a dedicated equipment slot, aside from talismans and consumables, can only be taken up by Crucible Knight stuff. However, if I equip an item specifically for support only, they are still allowed. Refrain from using summons. Summoning is discouraged but not prohibited. And skips are allowed. No, I will not be using any of these sneak past any of the main story bosses, but rather for convenience and because I've always wanted to try them out. Anyways, time for the video. Start off with Prophet as my starting class, for reasons we'll get to soon enough. The more epic character creation, nice.
Oh, rise now, ye tarnished.
Okay, I'm up. This game is so beautiful. Anyway, Yeah, Barry, I think I'll just ignore you. Wait, hold up a minute. I can't be wearing these now, can I? I spent the first few minutes of this run walking my naked ass to the Gatefront ruins. And after getting myself a replacement Finger Maiden and a double jumping goat horse, I head northeast. On the way, I collect a golden seed, do some grave robbing, and arrive at the Third Church of America for the Flask of Wondrous Physic and the Sacred Tear. Then I take the teleporter just left of the church and warp my way to the totally not crumbling Barra Missoula. Said hi to Malik. I mean, hello Garank? I then headed south and got another seat, then took a left down to Lens Rise. I then waited for nighttime to invite Oral for a friendly game of tag. Oral was unexpectedly really good at tag, and we kept playing a bit until I totally unintentionally threw him off a cliff. It was a sad day, but I used the runes that he so generously left for me, and 11 levels of faith and 8 levels of vigor. Man, what a generous guy. Alright, so quick disclaimer, since we don't exactly start with any Crucible Knight gear at the beginning of the game, we'll have to bend the rules just a teeny bit at the beginning. Is that fine with you? Alright, cool. Next, I enter the Round Table Hold, and buy a spell that I will only use once for this entire run. Fireball. With this, I head towards Stormhill to grab the earliest instance of Crucible Knight gear. A drop from the Stormhill Evergoal from a 1v1 with the Crucible Knight. Alright. So I watched a guide on YouTube and it said that if I stood on this rock, I should be able to land multiple ranged attacks on the knight before his AI decides to jump over the rock. Wait. Is this supposed to happen? Shit, I ain't complaining. With this, I finally got myself my first source of damage for this run.
Hail slap.
This incantation very conveniently requires exactly 27 faith. What a coincidence. Thanks, Carl. After this, I spent a while doing the usual boring things you do every time you start one of these runs. These include collecting more seeds, sacred tears, smithing stones, and so on. But to save you time, and to save me energy, let's move on to the first essential boss, Margit.
Let it be Margit the Fell. 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 Let
Damn, he kinda thick though. With only the signature tail incantation at my disposal, I headed inside the golden fog, ready to slap the fellow man back to where he came from. The incantation was on the slower side, but for the damage it dealt at this point in the game, I'd say it was a fairly decent trade-off. During this fight, I would often try to get behind him and only attack whenever there seemed like there was a safe enough opening to punish, as this spell has a slow wind-up and leaves me very open, being hit mid-cast. Some attacks that I found to be the safest to punish were ground poke, flying poke, and overhead swing, just to name a few. However, in the second phase, he seemed to do these attacks much less often, leaving me to just guess when I should attack next, not to mention the fact that he's also programmed to react to very specific actions.
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
Nonetheless, Fell Omen goes down within 2 tries. When reaching the gates of Stormvale, I listened to Gustok's advice and took the side path. And after a few minutes of tail slapping my way up the castle, I headed outside to the balcony full of explosive bleeding deathbirds, navigating my way through all the chaos to a ledge where I carefully descended until I reached a point where the ground collapsed before me. Now, where is that guy? There you are. I was just looking for you. That's right, follow me. For anyone who thinks I'm ballsy enough to fight this guy head on, with only a single slow ass attack this early on in the game, you flatter me. Anyway, up you go. This should give us the next incantation we need to carry on with this run. Any second now. There we go. Now, with 2 incantations at our disposal, we parkour our way down towards the main path and face off against the anti-amputee, Godric.
I am plain as a lord.
Fighting the fight, I had 2 ways that I could damage the boss. The faster and forward dashing Horns incantation, and the riskier, more damaging Hail incantation. My course of action was to use the Horns to easily close the distance between me and the boss, as well as alleviating the risk of being wide open when fully charging a spell, allowing me to easily punish any attack he makes while also keeping a distance. But whenever he has his back completely turned, or leaves himself completely vulnerable, I go for the Tail incant instead, maximize damage and stagger potential. Okay, so what you want to do is look out for the jumping axe slam, back off and punish the last attack in his flurry of axe swings, jump his earthquake moves, get under his lunging attacks, do not engage with whatever these combos are, run to his left as soon as phase 2 begins, stay behind him for free damage when he's using his forward breath attack, and most notably, his Stormcaller or Storm Assault attack. This may sound like a lot, but trust me, it's a cakewalk. Next. The thing that sets Crucible incantations apart from the rest is their charged capabilities. Unlike most incants, where fully charging the spell barely does any more damage than not charging the spell at all, aspect of Crucible incantations on the other hand make it so that not charging them would mean missing out on damage. As you can see, with the Tail incantation and Horn incantations, charging them doesn't just increase their damage exponentially, but also provides a secondary moveset. Since the closest actual weapons that we can use are either located deep underground near late game, or is dropped from a terribly designed gank fight, we'll be using these 2 incantations for a while. Now, where were we again? Oh yeah, we go about our normal routine of picking up more seeds, sacred tears, visiting a few mines, and had an epic scale to scale with Magma Worm Makar. After this, when reaching Altus Plateau, I sought out the Godfrey Icon Talisman. This neat thing raises the attack power of charged spells and skills by 15%, and will be useful for the entirety of this run, boosting all Crucible Knight spells and weapon skills, so long as we fully charge them. I bet that this was intentional, as the item description of the Crucible Knight set states that they were once the personal knights of Godfrey himself. Lore moment. Anyway, so the talisman is a drop from the Golden Lineage Evergoal, and I don't have a Stone Sword key. Cool. So the boss of this Evergoal is Godfrey the Grafted. Whoa. As you can tell, it's literally just a reskinned Godric with no second phase, and is scaled up to Altus. This shouldn't be too hard. Let me just... Yeah, one last time. Okay, I just fought this same guy a few hours ago. What's going on? You know what? I'll just come back for you later. I think it's about time we go and meet up with Renala. Arriving the Academy of Raya Lucaria, I go up an elevator, appreciate the architecture, and expertly dodge magic, marionettes, skeletons, and undead dogs. Actually, side note, what are these things doing in a school? And their safety regulations. Like this elevator I'm on is not safe. That out of the way. We fight Danger Doggo, Fanta Edition. We then proceed to get pummeled a few times due to its superior speed and glass cannon nature, but a glass cannon is still a glass cannon. My strategy for this fight was no strategy. I just went in there and spammed till the thing died. Finishing the fight, I only thought of one thing. How the fuck do you teach a dog sorceries? Must have been a really good boy. So I then went and got the Radagon icon, which apparently boosts casting speed by providing virtual decks. To be completely honest, I can't tell. It's probably doing something. I think. Sup, Moongrum? You wanna fly? I then pull up to Renala like, hey yo, what's up? I just killed your dog.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And then proceed to start beating up crippled children. It's just a joke. Chill out. The first phase was just as always, no comment. The second phase was, you know, you just watch. What happens when you have a spell that does heavy poise damage and a boss that has almost zero poise? Yeah, they don't mix. After this, and it seemed like my seal needed a little upgrade, so I made my way down to the Dragon Burnt Ruins and I intentionally opened the teleporter trap chest, which sent me to Celia Crystal Tunnel. Anyone else remember mistakenly opening this chest after just starting the game for the first time? Yeah, me too. In the mines, I started looting every single Smithing Stone 5 that I could find, activated a shortcut, and started fighting the Falling Star Beast. Anyone else who started their playthrough during version 1.0, remember when this boss used to be the fully grown variant? Fun times. Things to note about this fight: the boss has a very unique design and moveset, super fun to dodge. Attack head for more damage. Expect shitty hitboxes. And this ram attack fucking sucks. That is Falling Star Beast in a nutshell. After this, I went back to the Evergoal to take my revenge on Godfrey. No more flasks. Good fight. Then went to Caria Manor mainly for the golden seed, but beat up Loretta anyways for the lulz. I also thought about going for the other Falling Star Beast right outside the capital, but you know what? Maybe later. By this time, it was late at night and I didn't feel like stopping yet, so I decided to end that night with a bang. Time for the best boss in the game, Star Scourge Radon. Entering the fight, I was like, who says Crucible Knights can't have friends? Get 'em, boys! So, for any of you who are unimpressed because of the summons, my bad. Woke up next morning, beat up Draconic Tree Sentinel, and I forgot to record it. Shit. You know what? Let me just explain what happened. So basically, the fight was a lot easier than you might think. Since the tail incant requires me to be near the opponent and often leaves me completely vulnerable, and getting hit by this guy almost means certain death, I practically just used the Horns incantation 95% of the time. Each charged cast of the stuff dealt as much poise damage as a charged colossal weapon. I could practically use this thing to cancel his attacks mid-animation. The fight ended off with me just forcing him into an animation loop. So you know, like, in the second phase, if you draw out the fight for long enough, the Sentinel will eventually do this super slow lightning wave attack followed by another super slow ground slam with a huge lightning AoE. That will send the Sentinel back to base form. Usually. Because what I did was dodge the first attack, the lightning wave, and while he takes his sweet time charging up his next attack, I stagger him with my Horns incantation, resetting his combo. So I repeat the process. Dodge his waves of lightning, then stagger him out of his follow-up attack. Repeat until he is dead. Did you get all that? Great. Now moving on. Next, I headed for the High Road Cave for the Blue Dancer Charm, and after, I absolutely destroyed the golem that dropped the talisman, and made my way towards the big hole in the ground where the meteorite landed. Down here, I met the sussy imposter, made quick work of him, and headed straight for the Sealfur Aqueduct. Sup, big boy? Bye, big boy. Damn, I wish I had wings too. Now, my main reason for coming here is to get our first actual weapon, the Great Spear, Siluria's Tree. Right now, there are only 2 Crucible Knight weapons in the entire game. Siluria's Tree, found in the Deep Root Depths, and Ordovis's Greatsword from fighting the Crucible Knight duo. Now, if you were me, which one would you choose? Doesn't matter, I'm already here. Now, all we have to do is get through It's gonna be one of those runs, isn't it? So it seems we've hit a wall. Roll catches, Estus cancel, attack cancel, spell dodges, delayed attacks, deceptively long combo strings, shitty hitboxes, status effects, relentless ganking, and 2 separate movesets for both gargoyles. All in one package. Another one of the many horribly designed gank fights in this game. I would say that this is the most build-based fight in the entire game. Extremely hard for slower builds and made quick work of by burst type weapon skills or sorceries. Have I tried cheese? You bet. However, the ones that I managed to find were either patched or I just didn't have the right tools to make them work. Surely there's some other way to get to the Deep Root Depths. To my absolute surprise, there actually is another way.
Praise the wiki!
As luck would have it, it's time to go to everyone's favorite area, the sewers. Now all we have to do is get to the bottom. How hard could that be? Wait, am I going the right way? Was it left or right? That's a dead end. Go past the big rat. Wait, which big rat? That'll come in handy. Drop down the hole. Wait, not this hole. Alright, so all that's left is to beat up discount mode, and we should be good. Let's see what kind of damage we pack in. It's manageable.
20 minutes later.
Not too much to say about this fight, honestly. Use Shackle to completely immobilize Moat for a short period of time, which is usable a maximum of 2 times for the entire fight. Take every one of his attacks with a grain of salt. I mean, just look at him. He's a troll. And what do trolls do? They hit you with attacks slow enough to make every panic roller question their existence. An attack string so cursed, you'd think the boss gained sentience. Oh, and watch out for his trident's deceptively long range. You see, your boy walks around holding the midpoint of his big shtick. But when attacking, he latches onto the end of said shtick. Yeah, he's a troll. It took a while, but eventually, the horny boy goes down. Alright, now we can go... Huh, well this is interesting. Never would have guessed that I'd find one of these down here. I mean, why would any normal person ever decide to explore the sewers early? Well, it's time to go beat up his brother too, I guess. Go up the roots. Sup, piss boy? Make a short detour and sweep patches off his feet and have him sell the Margit shackle. Take out the Black Knife assassin waiting outside the bedchamber. And time for Margit the sequel. Now, the lore states that when Morgott was born, he was immediately shunned and thrown away in the sewers, as he was born an omen. But despite this, of all the remaining demigods, he's the only one still devoted to the Earth Tree and the Golden Order. For this, many lore buffs in the community herald him as being one of the most complex characters in Elden Ring. Now, I don't exactly disagree with them, but don't you ever get the thought that Morgott might just have a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome? Anyways, here's the fight.
I got a bottle of Patron and some lights off. 2 red devil looking eyeballs. And I'm finna turn up when the night falls. If you hear a siren, then it's my fault. Jump in my whip, baby, let's ride. We ain't gonna stop at a red light. And I'ma take shots like a Tech 9. It's gonna get live. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. Oh yeah, wow, shorty make it bounce. Mama see the put cuffs on my cardiac. Took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. If you're ready, let me know. Let's go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you're ready, let me know. Here we go. Let's go.
Damn, first try? Not bad if I say so myself. Why doesn't anybody love me? At least I still have you. Oh wait.
Well, you know what they say. Expect failure and you won't be disappointed. Like right there. I totally expected that and therefore am not mad. After an epic parkour moment, I make it to the bottom, briefly considered becoming Ghost Rider before deciding against it. You might be wondering, isn't this supposed to lead us to the deep root depths? Yes, it does. Observe. Illusory wall in a place like this. Miyazaki, you madman. We then make our way down the Erdtree roots. Enjoy the epic scenery. Damn, where's the light coming from? And we're here. A short jump and there's our target. But first, we casually ride past that target towards the chest she was guarding. For arguably the most important item of this run, the drip. Oh, by the way, for each individual armor piece worn, the potency of Crucible incantations are boosted by 3.5%. Nice. I then returned to engage Siluria in combat, but the opposing Orange Knight was no match for a dripped out Tarnished. Ooh, a spear. Now that I finally got what I came for, I went back to Mommy Renala, respect accordingly, went hunting for Somber Stones, upgraded my weapon to +9, and now it was time to test this bad boy out. And I know just the place.
その間、鍵穴に目を近づけるのはいけないことでしょうか。Nice.
Sweet revenge. I told you they were equipment based. Now, about the weapon. To prevent this from becoming just any regular run with a great spear, I will put a small limitation on myself, which is, unless I absolutely have to, I am restricted to only using my weapon's weapon skill, meaning no light or heavy attacks. Only left trigger. Speaking of weapon skills, I actually did a weapon skills only challenge run not too long ago, so if you're not too busy, why not take the time and go watch that one as well. Links in the description. Okay, I'll stop. Back to the video. The tree, as I'll be calling it, has a lot of upsides and downsides. It has really high accuracy, range, and damage output, but an extremely slow charge up. And not charging it at all is almost useless. After this, I went around the lands between bullying a few Erdtree avatars for a few easy levels and to further develop my playstyle. I then concluded that this weapon skill was effectively a sniper rifle. As long as I kept my distance, I should be good. Man, I sure hope that my weapon's slow windup doesn't come back to bite me later on in the run. Wait, is it just me, or does Moog have the same death animation as Erdtree avatars? Cool. After this, I ventured into the Forbidden Lands, ended the life of a creature I had the moral obligation to, had an epic elevator ride, cool bridge, turned off the air conditioner, more Erdtree avatar bullying, and we infiltrate Castle Sol. Honestly, I felt a little nervous on my way to the Commander Neal fight. Thinking back to my playthrough where I thought that only having 25 vigor was enough, I was terribly wrong, and got absolutely destroyed by this guy. I thought that the small arena would lock me in with the two phantoms, and they would have their way with me, while I tried to even get off one attack, or get demolished by Neal's Frost plus Lightning combo. But here's what really happened. I entered the fight and was able to get a single shot off on the dual-wielding phantom before almost getting killed twice immediately after. However, I managed to get him alone by himself and finished him off. And after running around a bit, I finished off the other one. Now it's just me and the commander. I managed to get a few easy hits in while he was powering up, but then prepared myself for the worst.
Nice.
Holy shit, that worked. I then got a bit greedy and went for an attack as soon as my roll finished, but...
Huh?
What just happened? There's no way that just happened. Stuff like that only ever happens in a... What? Is this intentional? Huh. Okay then. First try. I guess. After this, I failed at tumble buffing for 30 minutes, gave up, and headed straight for the best giant fight in FromSoft history. This was yet another fight that I dreaded. I recalled my most recent playthrough where my attacks were so slow that they left me completely vulnerable to the giant. I was traumatized. I rushed into the fight without much confidence, charged straight towards the giant, aimed my shot straight at his fucked up ankle, and for as slow as my weapon took the charge, the damage made up for it. Not to mention I didn't even have to be right next to him to use it. With this, I gained a bit of confidence, and using the knowledge of the giant's moveset from my last video, I go complete apeshit on this poor guy's weak ankle, causing so much physical trauma that it just broke. Bruh. But you know what they say? If you have a weakness, just get rid of it. So I do think that this guy might have taken it a bit too far. It was now phase 2. The fire giant tried to scare me by awakening his weird chest face, but it was business as usual. With the giant now a cripple, I go for his fingers instead, blasting him at a distance while he so desperately tries to catch up with me. Using my experience, I slowly whittle down the giant's HP bar with ease, almost ensuring an easy victory. There was this one moment, however, where near the end I ran out of blue Gatorade, but it was nothing a little starlight shard couldn't fix. With this, I beat the fire giant first try. It was around this point I realized this weapon might actually be OP. Now, I could have gone straight to Far Missoula right about now, but I wanted to finish up a few things before continuing the main path. So first on the list was to meet up with Ronnie and progress her questline, so that I may get the Age of Duskborn ending. Why, you ask? I don't know, I just never did before. Might as well. Anyway, so I then went back to Nokron, got myself the Finger Slayer blade, and gave it to Ronnie. She gave me an upside down statue. I then went to the Carrion study hall and flipped that shit upside down. I then made my way to the elevator towards the bottom of the building. Or is it technically the top? Ah, screw it. Actually, why am I even explaining this to you? Most of you guys who finished this game are Sims that probably already knew this stuff. But continue explaining I will. We then get to the top of the Divine Tower of Liurnia, where we loot one half of the Cursed Mark of Death, which we'll be saving for later. Next, we head to Deeproot Depths and hop in a coffin to the Ansile River. Why a coffin, you ask? Why not? We then pick up the mini Ronnie doll, restrain ourselves from putting it in a jar, go beat up our Pokemon, and reached my absolute favorite area in the entire game. Who the hell came up with the idea to make an entire area out of Malenia's menstruation water? Like, why not go the extra mile and have random holes for the players to fall into while you're at it? Wait, Miyazaki, don't write that down. We then take another Uber down to Astel, give him a massive headache, go up an elevator, commit mass dragon genocide, collect a nice amount of starlight shards, and accidentally propose. Oh, a sword for me? I won't use it, but thanks, I guess. Other stuff. Beat up the Fell Twins to get Morgoth's Great Rune. And finally go to the Ariza Hero's Grave to finally challenge the Crucible Knight duo. Going into this fight, my strategy consisted of simply running a fair distance away and launching projectiles at them. I first targeted the Crucible Knight with the spear. Seeing it had no shield, it could not block any of my attacks, taking the full damage of my over-leveled spear. After that one died, it was just me and Ordovis. Now he was quite the turtle, so I had to run around a little bit to bait out his attacks. Although I do think I got quite lucky and downed him in not much time at all. The Crucible Knight duo goes down in one attempt. With this, they dropped me the Crucible Accent and Ordovis' Greatsword. I equipped the helmet, upgraded the sword to +9, changed my name, beat up 3 red boys to impress Daddy Big Jar, and received the Great Jar's arsenal. Now that I can carry both weapons in my inventory, let's get back to where we left off. As the leaves of the Earth Tree start to burn away, we awaken from our slumber and find ourselves in Hayao Miyazaki's castle in the sky. But now, we wait more dragons. While we're here, why don't I introduce you to the local residents? We have half-dead beastmen, undead beastmen, ancient dragons, and penis armor, just to name a few. Oh, and who could forget Orenstein Snow. Nah, I'm just kidding. Were you actually expecting a well-balanced gang fight? Well, too bad, because you're stuck with these two goofy goobers. We got Edgelord Noodle Master and the fucking bowling ball with legs. Oh, and they both hate hydration. With their powers combined, they will cause you great despair and inconvenience. Well, at least they got one good thing going for them, and that is... Anyway, so I don't really feel like having any more of my precious time being wasted on making the script for these foreskin fellows. So just know that I got pretty lucky and killed them on my 4th attempt. I might just play some music over the fight and pretend I did something, yeah? Cool. Oh, by the way, the sword's weapon skill goes spinny spin spin, and that's all you really need to know about it. Moving on, time for an actually good boss. With Malekith and his low HP bar, I'm feeling pretty hopeful. He's fast, but I should be able to down him before he causes too much trouble. Huh. I forgot that I do mostly holy damage. Though I doubt this will be much of an issue. Wait, why do I hear montage music? Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Not again. It seems we have hit yet another wall. For this fight, I decided to rely solely on the tree to do damage, as using anything else is practically suicide. But even so, due to Malekith's ungodly holy resistance, you could throw the glass cannon aspect of this fight straight out of the window. Now you could argue, hey, but I think your damage output is pretty decent, and I would agree. Yes it is. If it were a normal weapon, you see, for something with a Comet Azure level charge up, it ain't really doing much. And this is especially dangerous, as this is the same guy who can throw a boulder at you from half a mile away and still catch up to you in the same amount of time it takes for you to chug your favorite powdered energy drink. Now imagine trying to consistently deal damage to the guy using this attack without either having to trade hits with him or outright just get stunned out of the animation altogether. And this is made even worse after reaching a second phase, as he straight up starts finessing you. And that is assuming you get lucky enough to reach a second phase. Half of the time I was running away just trying to at least find a decent opening, and the other half was being forced to trade blows with the boss anyway. But the worst part of all was this fucking lunging attack. I cannot tell you how many times I had to endure trading hits with this attack, helpless and unable to avoid it. Whoa, I lost my cool there. Okay, so since I technically didn't have to use only my weapon skills, I could have just beat Malekith the good old-fashioned way, just swinging my sword. But nah, that's lame. So instead, here's what I did. First, I made my way to the other side of the bridge and met up with my good friend Bernal. Now, me and Bernal go way back, so as a token of our friendship, he willingly gives me the Blasphemous Claw, along with all of his personal belongings, because he's just such a nice guy. Next, I made my way to Ranni's Rise and met up with another old friend and bought from him the finger-baited Spirit Ash. Oh, by the way, don't worry about him. He's probably just taking a nap or something. After this, I then watched a quick YouTube video and located all of the Ghost Glove Ward I needed to level up my Spirit Ash to max. So anyway, here's the build. And here's the strat. So what I would do is summon my new lady friend at the beginning of the fight and wait until she uses her one and only attack, throwing a holy pot. This does like almost no damage, but what's important is that it grabs the boss's attention, and while he's distracted, we capitalize. The summon is also fairly tanky, being able to sustain multiple blows to the face by Malekith. But that's not the best part. Watch this.
She can heal!
And she does so very, very often. With this, she would always make it to the second phase and still continue to provide support even then. For that, I'm moving her up my Elden Ring waifu tier list. Though she takes quite the beating during the second phase of the fight and even died on me a few times. If all you're looking for in a summon is pure tank, I could not recommend this summon enough. Anyways, for the second phase, my strategy would remain very much the same. But now, with a new tool at my disposal, the Blasphemous Claw. When timed correctly, this item can be used to parry the Super Saiyan Doggo himself. Actually, up until now I've never even used this item. Let's see how it goes. Guys, I think I've awoken a new fetish. Nonetheless, using these tactics, it still took me around 30 minutes worth of attempts to finally beat this boss. Why? Because very often my summon's attacks would miss the boss completely. Then it would start frantically trying to heal itself despite being at full HP. And finally, out of nowhere, it would try to heal the boss. For some reason, it just kept doing it. Oh, and who could forget? Good old-fashioned greed. Yeah. Anyway, that being said, after a bit of trial and error, good luck and bad luck, and a few parries to boot, Malekith finally goes down. Oh, and if this doesn't count as me beating the boss to you, just pretend that I beat him normally. Your mom. Heh. Oh, rough landing. Good thing there's all this ash here to break my fall. Speaking of ash, where did... Oh. Who could have possibly done this?
Ah, I knew you'd come. To stand before the Elden Ring. To become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, keep talking.
None shall take the throne. For us. Continue to struggle.
This'll shut him up. You're already dead. How the fuck are you still... What's that sound? Wait, is that...
Long and hard.
It's the Big Daddy Crucible Knight himself.
Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
I gotta get an autograph. Hey, sir? I know we have to fight and all, but, I'm your biggest fan and, can I have your autograph? I don't have a pen and paper on me right now, but... Oh, you want a hug instead? Wait, what? Oh, not what I was expecting. Now, how do we face this noble warrior? The man who himself once led the band of knights that inspired this entire run in glorious combat. Simple. We fight him using hit and run tactics, spamming attacks from a distance, and making sure we don't accidentally give him a high five. So, here's the attacks you want to look out for. The long winding sweep, menacing anime walk, forward overhead slam, earth split move, phase 1 power up, bear hug, Hulk smash, phase 2 power up. Maybe this 8-hit combo? Not this grab attack. And yeah, that should be it. Every other attack you should probably dodge and you should be golden. Yeah, Godfrey down.
Tarnished. Thy strength befits a crown.
Now then, before we go on and beat up the final boss, we've got a questline to finish. So we head back to the Deep Root Depths, up the Erdtree roots, and... Oh, sup Godwin? Looking pretty dead today, aren't we? And also pretty fishy. How'd that happen? What's up, mate? I know I'm a bit late, but let me make it up to you. There you go. Oh, sup Roger? 3v1? Whatever shall I do? Good trade, mate. You too. Now that actually might have got me. Nice try, mate. What's up, Fia? Sorry your Sims are dead.
Ah, there you are. What is it you intend?
I just want a hug.
You serious?
Oh, by the way, this is for you.
This is the other Hallowbrand. How did you... Oh, my utmost thanks. This is goodbye, my dear.
Dang. Reload the area, enter the dream, and... Should I stop? I think I should stop. You don't look so tough.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Holy shit, you really aren't that tough. Damn, this game is beautiful. Oh yeah, you're still there. Let's get this over with. Good trade. Yoink! Alright, final boss time.
Deploying flashbang.
Stop acting cool, I killed your dog.
Huh?
That's right, what you gonna do about it, huh? I ain't afraid of you.
Nope.
Let's try that again. Oh, not a good trade. Hey, let's talk about this. You know, I actually didn't mean to kill it. It was actually just in my way, so... Ah, fuck. How are you meant to dodge that? Finally, second phase. Now take this. What was I expecting? Yep. Yeah, I'ma just drop the optional rule completely for this fight, cause there's no way in hell you could convince me to fight these guys weapon skill only. Plus, I'm not even sure if that's possible. So instead, since my weapon does like half holy damage, I'll just resort to mostly using heavy attacks and riposte. It'll be just like the regular boss fight, but instead, picture them being almost twice as tanky.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Better see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Alright, cool. Time to beat, 8 minutes. With this, I restore the Rune of Death to the Elden Ring and take my place as Elden Lord, showing that yes, you can beat Elden Ring as a Crucible Knight, as I sit on my throne, ushering in
The age of the Duskborn.
But we ain't done yet. Holy shit, while editing this, I just realized I could have used the Mimic Tear on the battlefield fight. It would have made so much more sense! First on the list, Dragon Lord Placidusax. Since he's the one that takes the least amount of effort to get to, he's first. From the Besides the Great Bridge Grace, take a short elevator downstairs, run past a few beastmen, and drop off this cliff. No, not like that. Follow the path of floating rocks until you come across this empty frame. From there, just lie down and relax. This somehow causes timer to reverse. Don't ask me how it works, I have no clue. And voila, here we are. In an age-long past, with one of the most beautiful presentations of any boss fight. There he is, the Dragon Lord himself. I got one question though. Why is he egg? Hey, big guy. How about you stop running away and fight me like a real dragon? Understandable. Have a nice day. Though your boy is one of the tankiest enemies in the entire game, he mostly stays put, so landing attacks on him shouldn't be a problem. And since his holy damage negation isn't too outrageous, weapon skills only is back, baby. Things are not about the fight. The tree is the only viable weapon here. Stay as far away as your projectile can reach. Expect to trade hits. Attacking while Placidusax summons Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike is risky, but doable. Dodging backwards is the most effective way to avoid getting hit from his claw attacks. Wait, what the fuck? Whenever he uses this fire breath attack, either run away as far as you can, or try your best to stick towards the end of its tail. You can sometimes get a shot off while it's about to take off. The nuke attack is cool. Never gets old. Wait, what's that sound? If you're ever wondering why you're getting mixed results dodging his dive bomb, it is because the optimal way to dodge it is to run directly at it as soon as you see it and then dodge. Do not attempt to attack Placidusax during his disappearing act. You will not be fast enough. Oh, and while he goes all out, summoning lightning and taking off at the same time, this means he's gonna do his double trouble laser beam attack, which is almost a guaranteed one shot. Now what you want to do when you see this is to run to the nearest edge of the arena and have your back facing the edge. This makes it so that after the dive bomb, he will land right next to you, causing the lasers to miss you completely. But I didn't know about this information at the time, so yeah, I died to this attack a few times. Time to beat? 8 minutes. Time taken overall? 30 minutes. Next on the list, Moog, Lord of Blood. To get there, I warp back to the big ding dong at Castle Sol, scaled this very specific formation of rock, and proceeded to perform the now patched snowfield skip. It's honestly so cool how the community manages to find stuff like this. Very useful for people like me, but I could understand why they patched this out. Wish they didn't though. After this, I set my spawn at Ordina Ligma Town and headed straight for the teleporter to Mogwin Palace. I quickly disposed of the Sanguine Noble guarding the entrance and entered the Bloodstained portal. With this, we have arrived the Mogwin Palace. I set my spawn, took a nap without stopping the recording, woke up, rode past epic farming spot, arrived at the palace, ignored everything in the palace until I reached a big elevator. Witnessed questionable family relations, and it's time to end the dynasty. Now I would love to give you an elaborate explanation on how I beat up the Lord of Blood, but simply put, all I did was back off, spam projectiles, and repeat. All the while, Moog just face tanks everything. Like, this dude doesn't even give a shit, no matter how much you hammer away at his HP bar. The guy won't even think to dodge. He'll just brush it off and continue to very, very slowly approach you as if nothing has happened. Well, except for this one time when this happened. Wait, did he just casually strafe my attack? In the end, I died only once because I got too cocky, realized that I forgot to get the tier that negates Moog's knee heal. But all that didn't really matter, because I killed him on my very next attempt anyway. Horny boy goes down for the second time. Alright, on to the final stretch. With Malenia now in our sights, I walk back to Ordina and enter its ever goal. Have a taste of your own medicine. I then proceed to be the sneakiest Crucible Knight ever and lit the 4 statues. Hey, what you trying to do, huh? Get out of here. Now that we've arrived at Haley Tree, I took one look at all the beautiful scenery that probably took the dev team months to make. And honestly, didn't give a shit. Frankly, the only thing I had on my mind was slaying that deadly Ratusi, so I bolted straight to the very next side of Grace. Guys, I just got an idea. I saw this trick on YouTube once, and all you need to do is grab yourself a parrying shield, attract the attention of this fine gentleman, lure him to this ledge, and... Yes! Let's go. Damn, that was satisfying. What's up, Loretta, you off-brand tree sentinel with a pancake for a helmet? I'll be sure to make quick work of you. Okay, lucky shot.
I'm joking! No! The brakes! Stop! Stop! This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Fuck you. Okay, shortcut time. Run here. Jump down here. Up here. Down here. Down here. Roll off this ledge. Up the ladder. And grace. You don't mind me bloodhound stepping for this rot part, do you? Grab the dragon crest great shield talisman, and down we go. Now it's time to
Witness true horror.
You know what would actually be much more terrifying? If she didn't have those weird rot patches blocking her most horrific parts. If you know what I'm saying. Now take that. Yeah, that's not good. How about now? Huh. Okay, this might be a problem. Yeah, so weapon skills only is a bust. And after realizing this, I tried doing the same thing I did to the Elden Beast, where I would just spam heavy attacks. But even though Malenia has 40% holy resistance, I really didn't find her all too difficult, and practically could have killed her on my first few attempts. So I thought to myself, if I ended the video off like this, that'd be pretty anticlimactic. And to be honest, everything's been pretty much smooth sailing ever since I no longer had to rely on incantations. So I think you guys deserve to see me actually do something really difficult for the end bit. In preparation for this, I snipe a teardrop scarab for the golden parry ash of war, pick up the dagger talisman found in Volcano Manor, and retrieve the crimson dagger. Now I'm gonna bend the rules a bit, but hey, if you don't like that, just skip to this time. Anyway, it's time to beat Malenia, but mostly parries. As a person with no prior experience with parrying besides the likes of Gwyn or Gundyr, I knew that this was gonna be a tough one, especially since my opponent was none other than one of the hardest, most ruthless, and most inconsistent boss From Software has ever constructed. Not to mention the fact that I'd have to parry her a full 3 times before I could even think of riposting. My experience over the next few days sort of went like this.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You've come to die.
So in the end, how long did it take? Let's just say way too long. But eventually, I did it.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.
through some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words.
No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Time to beat. 8 minutes. God, that took a while. Now I can finally end my vid. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Well, I guess it's time for one last AMV. Time to beat? Also 8 minutes. Damn, this was much easier than I thought it would be. Only took 5 attempts. Anyway, so the tactics I've used for this fight were just a bad imitation of this YouTube video this guy made, which shows them absolutely wrecking Malenia as a Crucible Knight. I actually think that watching this video subconsciously inspired me to make this entire run even. So if you like this video, why not show this guy some love? I swear they make the most entertaining hitless boss fight videos I've ever seen. The swagger is just off the charts. Anyways, thanks for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. This run was honestly a lot of fun, though I have a few regrets like not using the Mimic tier during the Malekith fight, and a few doubts on how well this video will be received. I sincerely thank all of you who've made it to the end of this video. I'm just a dude who randomly decided to start making videos 4 months ago. You, viewer, are the ones who make all my effort worthwhile. And to those who've watched my previous video, Jesus Christ, I didn't even think I'd get to 1,000 views. I've already got my next video planned out already, and I'll try to edit it as fast as I can. I've just got so many ideas for challenge runs, but lack the skill to keep up. Anyway, so for the last time, thank you, and have a great day. And next time, can you beat Elden Ring using the Force?